What local business had the whole town fooled? My daughter was 13 when I sent her to the Gaeltacht in Ireland. For those who don't know, it's a summer camp you go to in 7th or 8th grade with activities like kayaking or zip lining. There's just one catch. You have to speak Irish. The punishment isn't meant to be anything severe. You just get given out to or sent home. So like I said, my daughter was 13 when she went. She was the bubbly type, the type who'd organize games at recess and somehow get even the shy kids to join in. And she was the one who begged me to send her. I figured it was better than sitting around the house all day. So I agreed and paid for her to spend 3 weeks in the Irish camp in Galway. She left with a huge smile on her face and a suitcase that was almost the same size as her. Fast forward 3 weeks later, she came home and the car ride was completely silent. I figured she was probably just a little exhausted from the long bus ride, so I let her sleep and decided to talk about it in the morning. Except during breakfast the next morning, she wouldn't eat, just pushed food around her plate, staring at nothing. "Do you do it?" "Hello" in Irish, I exclaimed, trying to lighten the mood. But instead of saying anything back, or just exhaling a laugh, she flinched, actually flinched, like I'd raised my hand to her. "It was fine," she whispered, then asked to be excused. That night, I woke to the sound of her crying. Not normal teenage tears. These were deep, gasping sobs. When I knocked on her door, she went silent immediately. "I'm fine, Dad," she called out, but her voice was shaking. The next few days were worse. She'd jump at every little sound. The neighbor's dog barked and she dropped her glass, shattering it on the kitchen floor. When I reached to help clean it up, she scrambled away from me like she was terrified. She started sleeping with every light in her room on. "Tara, love, what happened at the camp?" I tried asking again, using the gentlest voice I could manage. She shook her head violently. "Nothing happened. Can we not talk about it?" But she wasn't eating properly, wasn't showering unless I reminded her. This child who used to sing in the shower, who'd chat my ear off about everything and nothing, had become a ghost in our house. A week later, I got a group text from other parents, the girls in her school that had gone to Galway with her. "Have you noticed anything strange about your kid since he came back?" "He won't speak Irish anymore," Mary said. More texts revealed the same pattern. Kids who'd left excited came back traumatized. Night terrors, anxiety attacks. One boy hadn't even left his house in a week. Another girl was found hiding in her wardrobe, convinced someone was coming for her. That evening, Tara finally broke. I'd made her favorite dinner, shepherd's pie, and she was picking at it when she suddenly started crying. The story came out in pieces between sobs. "They punished us for speaking English," she cried. I didn't understand what she was talking about, but then she continued. "Turns out, if you spoke English, even by accident, even in your sleep, you were punished, not just given out to, real punishment. The first strike was standing barefoot on gravel for an hour. Second offense was ice baths at midnight. Third strike meant the hole, a storage room under the main building with no windows, no light. Kids were left there for up to 12 hours. No food, no water, a bucket in the corner. I lunged at her for a hug, just wanting to hold my baby girl, but she pushed me off and just kept blurting out more and more gruesome details. The counselors had created a system where kids monitored each other. If you heard someone speak English and didn't report it, you got their punishment plus the adults. By week 2, everyone was paranoid. Best friends were turning each other in. My hands were shaking as she talked. This was my fault. I'd sent her there, paid for it, dropped her off with a smile and a wave while she walked into that place. She showed me her arms, bruises, faded to sick yellow-green now, but I could see the finger marks. "The officers did this," she said. "Officers. They were kids too, just older ones. Previous Gaeltacht students who'd been through the program and came back to enforce it. I called the camp that night, got through to the director somehow. These are proven immersion techniques," he said, like we were discussing teaching methods, not torture. "Your daughter's Irish improved remarkably. You should be proud." I was ready to go nuclear. Full story on channel, link below.